Hi everyone, I'm Rocco, and this is Wilna, and welcome to the WR Experience. Today we are joined by Willie Botha. He is an entrepreneur, and we thought for the season finale, this is going to be a very good thing to get someone in with a bit of entrepreneurial spirit to talk about how his business or businesses has been affected by COVID, and also where does he see entrepreneurship going forward.
Well, thank you, Rocco. Thank you, Wilna, for having me. I'm in the fast-moving consumer industry. We do distribution of non-alcoholic beverages in the Northwest. And
that's a good thing, because if it was alcohol, you would have been in trouble.
Well, it does affect us, the alcohol ban now. But I mean, it's a family business which we built up from 2013 to where it is now. And we can't be more happy at the end of the day.
So, Willie, when did you get involved in the family business?
When we started on the 1st of April in 2013, and it wasn't an April Fool's joke, believe it or not.
So basically you got involved at the grassroots level?
Absolutely. I mean, we started out as a bought a bottle store, and from there grew it as a distribution company.
That's interesting, because if normally when people join family businesses, they either want to start at the top. Not many people want to start at the bottom, and that's where you learn the ins and outs of the business.
No, we were there since the beginning. I mean, we grafted from the start. I'm not that involved anymore day to day, because I can't do day to day management. That's not my speciality.
Mm-hmm.
So and that's why I started trading recently. So I guess you can call me a novice trader as well.
So you've basically diversified yourself and your own portfolio.
I've always been a person that believes in diversifying your portfolio and your business. You can't have all the eggs in one basket.
That's correct.
So you have to always, look for other opportunities in business.
But you are very fortunate, because your business now is not that affected by COVID, because we've seen companies crash and burn, others hanging on by a thread, and then basically just saying, okay, it's going good, but you still realize you have to diversify. It's not like you're sitting back and saying, let's ride it out.
Well, yes, at the end of the day, we were lucky. We were seen as an essential service from the beginning. So even from level 5, we were there operating. Look, the volumes are down. We are currently operating on 2018's volumes. So, you basically set back 2 years, but you're not closed down. And you're more fortunate than other companies. Your restaurants, liquor stores are closed again now. Recreational parks.
Yeah.
That's some of my big customers, and they are badly affected by this.
So what Willie's referring to is, in South Africa we have different levels of lockdown with COVID, and level 5 was like our most stringent one. Everyone must stay at home, companies closed. You can only buy essentials to like food. And things to drink to stay alive, but that was it. And now we've come through these different phases. So that's what he's referring to specifically there. Okay, but then, yes, and the other thing you mentioned about the trading?
So diversifying myself. I'm trading, learning from you, Rocco, thank you. And
Willie is a graduate of our online trading academy. Through meeting Willie and other people, we have recently developed a product which is a very unique product, one that we are very excited about. It's called AMS. And I really want Willie to talk about, from a novice trader perspective, I want him to talk about what AMS is for him, what his experience is, and how it's helped him even before we've launched the product.
So basically with AMS, I'm fortunate to be able to be part of the team and so on. So I think it's a big opportunity, and it's going to be a game changer at the end of the day, because you're going to take the learning curve from, let's say, 6 months to 1 year down to maybe 6 weeks and to 3 months maximum. All your pitfalls are cut out, where you can make the mistake of pressing the button too much or pressing it at the wrong time, placing wrong trades. You've got all the different guidances and things on AMS that helps you at the end of the day. And it can be a game changer in the sense of where trading is predominantly a male industry, and this is where we can target women in the sense of they can make money from home, especially in the difficult times we are now, make money safely at home. in a way where, especially housewives, if the children are at school, let's say from 8 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock in the morning, you can do the morning session.
Yes.
And then already get your points, hit your target, and like that, I mean, have a second income for the home.
Yes. So I've always said that women make the best traders. I mean, this is no secret because you guys can multitask on a level that men can't.
Whoa. Okay. So basically, just to get everyone up to speed, we said, okay, this is our reality. This is how we view everything. What are we going to do with the trading, because it's something that we do? Can we bring this to people? And prior to this event of COVID, we basically said, okay, what do people want now? A lot of people lost their jobs just because of economic downturn. They want to be able to make money with minimum expenses, basically, like getting somewhere, doing something, and we came up with this product.
You're basically starting up your own business with minimum startup costs at the end of the day.
Exactly. So that's how we got to this point. Now, on the point that you guys made about women making excellent traders, and I think it is a male-dominated field, but women are very good because we are visual. What we found now in a very short time is that women outperform men when it comes to trading because they can see what is happening. So,
Can I interject?
On AMS.
Well,
yes, on AMS,
much
yes.
faster
much faster.
than
yeah.
the male counterparts.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So with AMS, what we did is we educate people to empower themselves to understand markets, to understand the movement of money, to be able to then use this if they would want to trade, to
Yes,
make money for
to make an
themselves,
income.
to make
Yes.
an income. Yes.
Yeah, so basically how the AMS product works, right, is normally it would take you about 2 years to become a very good trader. Okay, that's the industry norm, right? So what we said is, right, in COVID, how are we going to help people? First, we need to take the learning curve and we need to reduce it, right? How do we do that? Take everything online. Educational videos, 5 minutes, 4 minutes. No one wants to look at 45-minute YouTube clips anymore, right? And from there, you get access to an online session. So you get to see what I see, get to see what we see, right? So there's a safety net in the sense of it's not like someone flips the screen and saying, well, I'm left alone. I don't know what don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm doing. Every session is manned by a
Educator?
it's a professional trader, right? Which will in session give you live feedback. It's not market commentary. It's not voice because no one wants to be distracted while they're trading. But it will be typed out. So you'll know exactly what's going on.
So you're basically holding someone's hand, walking through the mud.
That's absolutely. So basically, you're taking that whole experience of people spending 2 years going through this process and also saving their money, because there are similar. Well, there are, let's call them institutions out there that charge in excess of 100 to 150,000 rand to get you to where, and they can't even get you to where we get you.
No, then they don't even open up completely. You're still like an arm's length from where.
Yeah, but I mean
that's
that's where they make money, right? Because they're not transparent.
No.
Because they will say, pay this amount, then you unlock this level. Pay this amount, then you unlock this level, and then they can basically go on to in eternity.
So our main aim was to educate people,
Yes.
to empower people, because we are now entering times that are uncertain,
Uncertain,
for a lot of people. And that we want to take that anxiety away. And something that takes anxiety away is if you have information. If you understand what is going on and you understand what you see and you have more options, that is always a good thing, and it relaxes a person and saying, listen here, but I can mitigate the circumstances.
Yes.
So we said, okay, so our aim is to educate, and then people can do with that information what they want. For instance, we also have what do you call that now? A person? No. Someone that phones us for advice when they sit with their brokers as well, and to saying what prices are doing now, etc. Because your typical broker that sits with a lot of your money and actually trades markets have no idea what a market is. Or no idea, but they don't know how it's moving, and the advice that they give is also tainted in a sense because they listen to the news. Like you spoke about different ways of analysing the market.
It isn't about giving financial advice. It's about giving financial education.
Yes.
And
so
there's a big difference. So
Teach someone to catch the fish.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're giving financial advice, right, you need an FSB license to do that.
Yes.
But I feel that there's too much leverage or too much attached to that portion, and no one's educating each other on how the financial systems actually work.
So that example was one of the reasons how we thought of how can we bring this to people.
Yes,
not
closer to
giving
home.
them advice, but to empower them to go and look at the market.
And also see what we see.
To see what we see, and all these different things, and people having different ideas basically told us, pushed us in a direction saying, this is how you should structure AMS. This is what it should provide people with, etc.
They have a theme of being transparent and open.
Yeah, because I mean, ultimately, transparency is the key to business, right? And we spoke about it at length. Is if you're not transparent in the things that you do, then you're always, how will I be able as a customer to trust you, especially now, post-COVID, right? Like Willie said with their businesses, right? Willie's built their family business over time. We don't have the luxury of time. But what we can give you is that open and honest transparency to say, you see what we see, you pick up a phone, we're there. And why I wanted to bring Willie in this conversation is he is an entrepreneur.
Yes.
So it is someone that with a very specific mindset, right? Because I'll be the first to say that trading isn't for everyone. That's why you need
patience.
You need a lot of patience. And that's something Willie learned from the get-go. You need a lot of patience. But if it's something that you're interested in, then there's a safe environment that's not going to cost you a lot of money, that you can come and learn, right? Because what is currently out there, it is you open an Instagram channel or an Instagram post, and it's this guy flashing dollars and a Porsche, and there's always, for some reason, women involved.
Yeah, but remember, it takes quite a bit of time to start getting revenue from those streams. And they continuously change the algorithms behind it to make sure that whoever is in front, doesn't get so far ahead that they start lapping the other people, basically. You have to always be able to catch up with them and so on. That's why they change the algos.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the beauty of the AMS system, and also having someone with that experience there that basically, like you said, holds your hand throughout a intraday or intra-hour session to say, look, I mean, this is what I do for a living. This is what Wilna does for a living. I mean, it's like having a 2-year or 3-year mentorship in, like you said, a couple of weeks at a very affordable price. So, Wilna, I want to talk about AMS in the global context of trading to the best of our knowledge, right? When we researched starting AMS, doing it this way, there wasn't anything like it out there. So Willie, as an entrepreneur as well as I do, if you're first to market, there's always a risk.
Absolutely.
So either people are going to know exactly of what it is, or they're not going to understand the product. So you're going to be too soon or too late. What would your advice be for someone that's maybe interested in AMS, but they don't know how to go about it?
Okay, so you jumped from an international perspective to
Well, I
a
mean,
personal
AMS is an international company.
Yes, no, no.
AMS is not a local company. It will have a digital footprint, right? Because it's not a tangible product. So that's what I'm asking is that if you can be in any country in the world, or you can be in South Africa, but how would you go about getting involved with, and maybe not knowing a lot?
So because it's an educational platform, there's a lot of information. We put a lot of information out there. So if our aim was to empower people and to have people see things in a way that we see them. So you can go onto the website, you can educate yourself, and then for a very, very small fee, you can access more educational data and then also be part of these sessions. And I think that really opens one up to different possibilities in life, because I don't know if everyone realizes that you can make money from home. Really.
They do, but I think it's stigmatized in terms of people trying to sell you a get-rich-quick scheme. And trading is
not it.
A get-rich-quick scheme.
It's one of the most difficult things I've ever attempted in my life.
Correct. So it's
not that difficult.
It's not. For
patient.
you, but you being a woman, like I said, women are the best traders. But I think it's important when you say that when you really hammer on education.
Yeah.
And I think 95% of AMS is based on education, right?
Yes, for sure.
It's because for people to be able to use our product, they need to be educated. And they need to feel like they're not being ripped off. Because that's what's currently happening, in my opinion. Is people are paying a lot of money for services or products in the trading space, but they're not getting the real value.
That's true.
So basically, putting everything online, right, if I can summarize, where you get access to all these documents, and basically it's like everything that we know, right, we're putting on there, so that a novice like Willie, can come and say, this is a safe environment, this is a safe space. I can learn to trade. It doesn't cost me an arm and a leg. And then he can basically generate an income for himself. Because the one thing about trading is it is future-proof. Trading as a profession, because remember, it's a profession, it's a skill. It's not basically something that's going to go away in the next 5, 10, 15 years. So if you learn the skill now, the sooner the better, I would suggest. And AMS is a very good way, safe, affordable way to get into that trading space, which has in the past been dominated by these companies that actually just want to make money off of you. Willie, I want to thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
This is also our season finale, and we'll hope to see you all in season 2. You can check out all our social media links down below. You can visit us www.wrcapital.co.za. Cheers.
Cheers.